Hey guys, I got a quick little announcement before we start learning about how to resolve conflicts and also how to keep that honeymoon stage alive. So I have two channels that I would like to bring to your attention, a soul survivor Cynthia and also Cynthia Schiller. You'll see my name spelled correctly. So a soul survivor Cynthia, SUOUL, deals with narcissism, toxic relationships, even the healing process. And then if you join me at Cynthia Schiller on YouTube, we're going to talk about having that healthy relationship. So sometimes conflicts arise, and maintaining a healthy relationship during conflicts is essential for long-term happiness and fulfillment. Conflicts are a natural part of any relationship, but how we handle them can make extreme difference in the outcome. So these are some expert tips. The cornerstone of any healthy relationship is effective communication. You don't get that with the narcissist, but hopefully once you know the red flags, we can move on, have healthy relationships, and also knowing what our triggers are. So during conflicts, it's essential to actively listen to our partner and express our own thoughts and feelings honestly and also respectfully. So using I statements to avoid blaming your partner and focus on your own emotions and needs. Sometimes just the way we communicate can lead to a healthy or toxic relationship. And avoid discussing sensitive issues in the heat of the moment. Sometimes we need to find a quiet, private, comfortable space to talk. Timing is also critical. Try to choose a time when both of you are calm and also not preoccupied with other stressors. There's sometimes things that are in our outside life that kind of trickle into our conflicts, and the issue isn't being handled because we're bringing in all those outside stressors. So it's easy to let our emotions take over during conflicts, but if we remain calm and composed, it helps. We can take some deep breaths, pause, utilize that pause, and avoid yelling or using hurtful language. If you start feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break and return to the conversation later when you're both calm, or communicate that like, okay, this is getting overwhelming. Just give me a few minutes. Let me get a drink of water. I'll be right back. And sometimes that pause really makes a difference in how effective our communication is. Also show empathy by trying to understand our partner's perspective. We don't always have to agree, but it feels good to the other person where they feel heard, that we at least comprehended what they were saying. We have some empathy towards what they're saying and validate their feelings and concerns, even when we don't agree with them. Feeling heard and understood can de-escalate conflict. Sometimes we just want to express our feelings. Doesn't even need to have a solution sometimes, but focus on finding solutions rather than dwelling on the problem. Instead of hashing it out over and over again, where do we go from here? How do we make this better? Discuss ways to compromise and meet each other's needs. Remember that it's not about winning or losing. It's about finding mutually satisfying resolution, and be willing to acknowledge your part in the conflict, even if it's a small one, and take responsibility for your actions, apologize when necessary. That can go a long way in resolving issues. Instead of framing the issue as you versus me, use we language to emphasize that you're a team working together to resolve this problem. And that can foster a sense of unity and that connection that we all crave as humans. Discuss your boundaries and expectations within the relationship, and this can help prevent future conflicts. Understand each other's needs and work to meet them to the best of your abilities. When we're both meeting each other's needs, it goes nicely. And sorry about that. In most conflicts, both parties will need to make compromises. Finding some type of middle ground is key to resolving differences. And remember that no one gets everything they want in a relationship. There are compromises. Learn and practice techniques like active listening. Don't just listen to respond, listen to understand and communicate. Reflective responses are good. Let them know, that you thought about what they were saying. And I messages to improve your conflict resolution skills. I understand you're saying this, or my interpretation is this. And if conflicts continue or keep being overwhelming, there might be a therapist or mediator. I also do one-on-ones, which can include a partner, like a group session if you would like, or there are free tools, people out there that can help you through things. But don't wait for these conflicts to arise to work on your relationship, regularly engage in activities that nurture your emotional connection, such as date nights, open communication, and affirmations of love and appreciation. I've done some videos on love languages. I'll do that some more in different videos. But what if we're on a budget? Because in today's day and age, the economics are kind of crazy. So keeping the honeymoon stage alive in a relationship on a limited budget, it's not only possible, but it can be nice and romantic or enjoyable. So you can do a picnic in the park. Pick your favorite foods, a cozy blanket, and head to the local park. Enjoy a meal outdoors, play frisbee, or simply relax and chat. I know my friend, we went to the beach and she brought a frisbee, and I was like, that's really nice. Like, I would have thought about that. Play horseshoes, play with a volleyball or beach ball, and you can just do some stargazing. Lay out on a blanket and spend the evening stargazing. Look for constellations, planets, or even download a stargazing app to identify these celestial objects. I also had a friend who he would go on his dates, and they would just go to where he knew that the airplanes would take off, and him and his date were kind of leaning up on the hood of his car and just kind of laid out in the night watching the planes take off. And they also had the sun or the stars. And you can even do themed movie nights. Choose a theme: 80s classics, foreign films, romantic comedies, and have a movie night at home with popcorn and your favorite snacks. You can even dress up if you want, get into character, and explore your local areas as if you were tourists. Visit museums, historical sites, or go on a hiking adventure to discover hidden gems nearby. Sometimes we take for granted the things around us, and you can give each other massages, kind of a do-it-yourself spa day. Run a bubble bath, create a spa day at home with facials, masks, relaxing musics. Volunteer together. Some people just doing that together. Volunteer at a soup kitchen or giving back in some way to society can be rewarding and a bonding experience. All you got to do is find a local charity or cause you both care about and spend that day volunteering. Sometimes religious places will welcome that. They can always use an extra hand. Spend a time together in a bookstore or a library. Pick out books for each other, discuss your selections, or maybe even read a chapter together. And explore your creative side by painting, drawing, or crafting together. Maybe even some fix-ups around the house. You don't need to be a professional artist to enjoy doing that. So you can enjoy the outdoors, go on a hike, bike ride, nature walk, get back to roller skating, rollerblading. Being in nature and enjoying outdoor activities can be incredibly romantic. And there are board games and puzzles you can do together. Working on something kind of builds a fun way to bond and also to challenge each other sometimes too. You can do local food tours, explore your town's culinary scene by trying out different restaurants, food trucks, or cafes, share small dishes to keep the cost down, just kind of like do a taste sampling. Put some music on, have a spontaneous dance night in your living room. It's a great way to have fun, be physically close. There's also photography adventures where you take even just your smartphone or camera, go on a photography adventure, capture interesting or beautiful scenes around your town. And sometimes even just writing love letters. Set aside some time to write to each other. And I used to hide notes. That was always fun. Just some heartfelt love letter or short notes, exchange them and read them out loud to each other. That way, if you're both doing it, both of you are enjoying it, or you can even surprise your partner. But plan a dream vacation, even if you can't afford it right now. Planning this vacation can be an exciting way to dream or to even get to know your person better. Like, oh, I never would have thought they would have gone on that type of cruise. And it just helps us do something and also understand and sorry. Also, spending a morning at a local farmer's market, tasting samples, exploring, maybe even buying ingredients for a special meal. We have a farmer's market by my house where it's got all these like cool, different kind of foods or packaging. I've even gone to different like ethnic stores, and it's really interesting to see all the different things that are out there, the cool little packaging and flavors and foods you've never seen. have a karaoke night at home, host your own karaoke night, sing your favorite songs and have a blast together. So the most important aspect for keeping this honeymoon stage alive is the effort you put into spending quality time together. Now, these activities can be adapted to fit your interests and your budget, but it's something fun and exciting to do. And conflict resolution is important. Also bonding. The more you guys bond, the more time you spend in a healthy relationship, the less conflicts. People feel a little bit more safe with that. So if you are struggling with narcissistic or toxic type of abuse, please check out a soul survivor Cynthia on YouTube. And if you're ready for that healthy relationship, please subscribe to Cynthia Schiller on YouTube, and I'll see you soon.